In the winter of 1957, a chilling secret was discovered in the woods of Philadelphia, a small cardboard box containing the body of a little boy no older than 6. He became known as America's unknown child, his bruised face haunting the nation for decades. Who was he? Who could do this to an innocent child? This is the story of a mystery that gripped a city and a police force that refused to give up. The box, meant for a baby's bassinet, held only tragedy. Wrapped in a plaid blanket, the boy's body showed signs of abuse, bruises, a crude haircut, and surgical scars. This was no accident. It was a brutal homicide. For over 65 years, he was simply the boy in the box, a nameless victim. His face was everywhere on posters, in newspapers, even on gas bills, yet no one came forward. How does a child vanish without a trace? How does no one report him missing? He was invisible in life and a ghost in death, but some never forgot. They kept his memory alive, vowing to give him back his name. The fight for justice never truly ended. This is the story of a lost child, a relentless search, and a city's promise to never let him be forgotten. The mystery began in a lonely patch of woods, but it would echo for generations. Every clue led to more questions, every theory to more heartbreak. Yet, hope endured. The world would one day know who he was, and the search for justice would never stop. February 25, 1957. A college student checking muskrat traps in Fox Chase stumbled upon a cardboard box. Inside, he found the body of a small, pale boy. Terrified, he kept silent. The next day, another man, Frederick Benonis, spotted the box and called the police. The largest investigation in Philadelphia's history began. The boy, estimated to be 4 to 6 years old, was malnourished, weighing only 30 pounds. He had surgical scars, a recent crude haircut, and was wrapped in a plaid blanket. The cause of death: blunt force trauma to the head. The cold preserved his body, but obscured the time of death. Police had no name, no witnesses, and no suspect. The city was drawn into a desperate search for answers. The boy's clean fingernails and trimmed hair suggested care, but his injuries told another story. The contradictions deepened the mystery. The community mourned a child they never knew. The hunt for his identity and his killer was on. The peace of the neighborhood was shattered forever. The boy in the box became a symbol of forgotten children everywhere. The Philadelphia Police Department launched an unprecedented campaign. The boy's cleaned-up photo was plastered across the city on posters in stores and in every home. Tips poured in from across the country, but every lead ended in disappointment. Detectives checked missing children reports, traveled to other states, and followed every clue. The community rallied, blanketing the region with his image. Still, no one came forward. When no family claimed him, the city gave him a proper burial. His headstone read, "Heavenly Father, bless this unknown boy." Investigators like Remington Bristow dedicated their lives to the case, spending their own money to keep it alive. Decades passed, but the file was never closed. New generations of detectives took up the cause, determined to find his name. The case became a legend within the department, a haunting reminder of unfinished business. The wall of silence around the boy remained unbroken. The city refused to let him be forgotten. The search for his identity became a sacred duty. The boy in the box was a constant, heartbreaking mystery. The evidence seemed promising, but every clue led to a dead end. The bassinet box was traced to a J.C. Penney store, only 12 sold, but records were incomplete. 8 buyers were cleared, 4 were never found. The plaid blanket was common with no identifying marks. The boy's body told a story of contradictions: malnourished, yet nails neatly trimmed, surgical scars, but no hospital records. His hair was crudely chopped, possibly to disguise him. Each detail added complexity, not clarity. He was uncircumcised, had a slight eye condition, and several scars, yet no one recognized him. No doctor, nurse, or neighbor came forward. It was as if he had lived in total isolation. The evidence pointed not to a suspect, but to a void. The clues promised answers, but revealed only more questions. The investigation stalled, haunted by contradictions. The boy's life was erased, his story lost in silence. The physical evidence became a symbol of the case's frustration. The boy in the box remained unidentified. The mystery deepened with every passing year. With no leads, theories flourished. One focused on a foster home nearby, run by Arthur Nicoletti. Investigator Remington Bristow believed the boy might have been the stepdaughter's child, disposed of after a tragic accident. Another theory came from a woman known as M, who claimed her abusive mother bought the boy and killed him in a fit of rage. Her story matched some facts, but couldn't be fully corroborated. A third theory involved a family who allegedly took in a disabled boy, only for him to vanish. Each theory painted a picture of a hidden, abused child. Whether fostered, purchased, or hidden, the boy was invisible to the world. He was a victim long before his death. Theories added to the tragedy, suggesting a life of suffering and neglect. No theory could be proven, but all pointed to a child failed by everyone around him. The search for his identity became a search for justice. The boy's story was one of profound neglect. He was not just a murder victim, but a symbol of forgotten children. The mystery of his life was as heartbreaking as his death. The world still wondered, who was the boy in the box? The case was filled with strange, haunting details. A blue corduroy cap found at the scene was traced to a local maker, but the buyer was never identified. The first person to find the body waited a day before reporting it, fueling speculation and leaving the scene unsecured. The boy's hair was cut around the time of death, perhaps to disguise him or as a form of punishment. The clumps of hair left on his body suggested panic or cruelty. The silence surrounding the case was deafening. No one ever came forward with a credible identification. It was as if the boy and his family vanished from history. Some speculated the family were immigrants or transient, but the truth remained elusive. The wall of secrecy made the case uniquely haunting. Every detail added to the sense of unease. The boy in the box became a legend of unanswered questions. The mystery endured, unsolved and unforgettable. For 65 years, the boy remained nameless, but hope never faded. In 1998, his body was exhumed and DNA was extracted, a breakthrough. The DNA profile was uploaded to national databases, waiting for a match. He was reburied in Ivy Hill Cemetery, his new headstone reading, America's Unknown Child. Forensic genetic genealogy offered new hope in the 2010s. Investigators worked with genealogists, building family trees from distant DNA matches. In December 2022, the silence finally broke. The boy was identified as Joseph Augustus Zarelli, born January 13, 1953. The breakthrough came through DNA matches on his maternal and paternal sides. Joseph finally had his name back. The story of Joseph Zarelli is a testament to perseverance and the power of science. The police and community never gave up. While the full story of his life and death remains unsolved, giving him his name was the first step toward justice. He is no longer America's unknown child. He is Joseph. His legacy is a reminder that every child deserves a name. Every life is precious, and some mysteries are worth fighting to solve.